MovieWeb.com.
Skinwalkers.
This was based on Navajo mythology. Did you ever go to a sweat lodge or a reservation and kind of take a spirit quest?
I haven't yet, but that's on my list of to-dos.
The director, from what I understand, thinks he's a skinwalker, or is that just a rumor that's floating around?
Absolutely. He absolutely thinks he's a skinwalker. He would act out all of our stuff in his own Jim way, and he just went at home at night and just sort of looked in the mirror and thought, like, this is how I'd do it if I was a werewolf.
Now, being the bad guy in the film, you get to act out a lot more aggressions than the good guys. From what I've heard, I talked to one of the good guys, and he's chained up the whole time.
Yeah.
Well, what kind of freedom does that allow you as an actor?
It allows you incredible freedom. I think that once you put on the outfit, and you put on the claws, and you put on the teeth, and then you put in the eyes, you were given permission to just act full out and to play. There's an incredible freedom in that, because you really get to tap into something that is very very primal, very instinctive.
Did you ever have to go and study wolf movements or anything?
Yeah, I mean, I wanted to be as truthful as I possibly could, to that behavior, because it is real specific, and you don't want to do too much of it, but you just want to sort of have little flavors of that, and it was really important for me to just have that information. So I went down to the Toronto Zoo to study some of the wolves there, and I did a lot of research with reading and documentaries. This group that did the Jim and Jamie Dutcher did this thing on the Sawtooth Mountain wolf pack, and it was very informative for me to just sort of see how wolves took in information like smell and sight, and how they moved, and how that pack dynamic was, because I think we wanted to have that same sort of pack dynamic among the werewolves.
Now, I was told on the other side of the room that you were notorious for taking raw meat in, eating it in front of everybody. Is that true?
God, did I take raw meat? Yeah. I would always show up with a big steak. No, it is true though that the very first day of actually putting on the entire outfit, and it was a long day of work and a long process, but at the end of the day, all I wanted was a big, massive piece of steak.
The scenes that we were shown intercut the sex scenes with the consumption of human flesh,
Yeah.
and I'm wondering, do you think for the characters that's something as intimate as sexual relations for these werewolves to be eating flesh? I mean, do they consider it kind of the same thing?
Well, I know that it is something that makes them feel powerful and free and intoxicated by. I think that the thing that Jim wanted to do with that scene was to sort of show that primal instinctive power.
For an actor, I know you've done like kissing scenes and stuff like that. Is it more difficult to do a flesh-eating scene when you walk up to somebody and you've never met them before, and suddenly you have to?
I'll be chewing on your neck now. Thank you. You know that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's a very weird thing to do, because it's behavior that is so foreign to you, but you have to, as an actor, sort of allow yourself the freedom to at least play full out with that.
So what was it like working with Stan Winston and putting on the prosthetics?
Stan's amazing. I mean, Stan is a legend, and I figured if you're gonna do a werewolf movie, he's the best guy to do it with. You're in such good hands, and he's such a master craftsman. He was there, every day, just to watch and make sure that everything is in place. To have Stan Winston work on you to create this animal, this werewolf, was just a real honor, and just such a wonderful experience.
Well, how long did it take to put on this?
I don't really know exactly how long it took, because you sort of get into a zen sort of place where the hours tick by, but it was a few hours, I believe. But during that time you get a chance to kind of transform yourself into something else, and once you get all that stuff on, you become something else.